When someone walks away from you or fails to see your worth, your first instinct is almost always the same. You want to text them. You want to explain yourself. You want to call, to reach out, to somehow make them understand what they're losing. It feels natural, it feels urgent, and in the moment it feels like the only thing that will fix the pain. But the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, men who studied human nature more deeply than almost anyone in history, believed something completely different. They believed that if someone doesn't see your value, you don't waste your breath trying to convince them. You don't argue for your worth. You simply show it, through your actions, through your silence, through the quiet, undeniable way you carry yourself forward. And the most powerful part is you can do all of this without saying a single word. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 exact principles the Stoics lived by. Principles that, when applied correctly, make the person who let you go regret it entirely on their own, with zero effort from you. And if you stay until the 3rd principle, I promise you, that's the one that changes everything. Most people go their whole lives without understanding it. Before we go any further, if you're serious about becoming a stronger, calmer, more self-respected version of yourself, hit subscribe right now, because every single week I break down real, practical Stoic wisdom that you can actually apply to your life. Not just philosophy that sounds nice but does nothing. All right, let's get into it. The first and most important principle is this: silence is power. Seneca wrote extensively about the danger of reacting too quickly, of letting your emotions dictate your behavior. He believed that the moment you react, the moment you explain yourself, the moment you beg someone to stay or to understand, you hand over your power completely. Think about what actually happens in these situations when someone ignores you, when someone pulls away, and your immediate response is to text them again, to call them, to try one more time to make them see reason. You are sending them one very clear message, whether you realize it or not. That message is, I need you. I cannot function without your attention. Your presence controls how I feel. But when you go quiet, when you stop chasing, when you stop reacting to their every move, you send a completely different message. You tell them, without saying anything at all, that you are fine, that your peace does not depend on them, that their absence has not broken you. And here is the part almost nobody understands. That silence is exactly what disturbs people the most. Human beings, by nature, are wired to chase the thing that is pulling away from them. The less available you become emotionally, the more that absence starts to weigh on the other person. Not because you're playing a game, but because your genuine calm becomes something they can no longer predict or control. The second principle is this: stop explaining yourself. Epictetus, one of the most practical of all the Stoic philosophers, said something that has stuck with people for 2,000 years. He said that you don't need to convince anyone of who you are because your actions are the only proof you will ever need. When we get hurt, our instinct is to make the other person understand. We want them to know what we did for them, how much we gave, how good we were, how unfair this whole situation is. But here's the truth: that energy is almost always wasted. If someone already doesn't see your worth, no explanation, no speech, no perfectly worded message is going to change their mind. Words are cheap when actions have already spoken. So instead of pouring your energy into justifying yourself to someone who has already made up their mind, redirect every bit of that energy inward. Put it into your own growth, your own goals, your own evolution as a person. When they eventually see you moving forward without them, thriving without them, becoming a stronger version of yourself without their help, That is when the weight of what they lost finally hits them. And it hits so much harder than any argument ever could. Now, here is the principle I mentioned at the very beginning, the one that changes everything once you actually understand it. This is the principle of becoming undeniably better. The Stoics had a core belief called amor fati, a Latin phrase that translates to love your fate. It means fully embracing whatever happens to you, no matter how painful, because everything that happens to you, every rejection, every loss, every heartbreak, is shaping you into someone stronger, sharper, and more resilient than you were before. What this means in practice is simple but powerful. When someone leaves you, when someone fails to value you the way you deserved, do not waste that pain. Do not let it sit inside you and rot. Turn it into fuel. Work on your body until you feel strong in your own skin again. Sharpen your skills until you're undeniably good at what you do. Strengthen your mind until nothing can shake you the way this once did. Build your finances, build your discipline, build your character. Why does this matter so much? Because the next time that person sees you, whether it's in person, through a mutual friend, or scrolling past you on social media, and they notice that you are more confident, more successful, more grounded, more at peace than you ever were with them, something shifts inside them. The Stoics would call this silent regret. It is one of the most human truths there is. People rarely understand the value of something while they still have it. It is only once it's gone, once they watch it thrive without them, that the full weight of what they lost finally settles in. And the most powerful part of all of this is that you never have to say a single word for that realization to hit them. The fourth principle is about detachment from outcomes. In his personal journal, later published as Meditations, Marcus Aurelius returned again and again to one central idea. Stop worrying about the things that are outside of your control. Whether this person regrets losing you, whether they ever realize what they had, whether they come back one day to apologize, none of that is within your control. And chasing it will only keep you tied to them in a way that damages your own peace. What is within your control is how you respond, how you grow, and how you protect your own inner calm. The moment you stop obsessing over questions like, when will they realize what they lost, or will they ever come back, that is the exact moment you begin to experience real, unshakable peace. And here is the interesting part. That peace, once it becomes genuine instead of something you're performing for their benefit, becomes the most magnetic quality you can possibly have. People are drawn to those who no longer need them. Detachment, real detachment, is the ultimate form of freedom, and freedom is deeply, undeniably attractive. And now the fifth and final principle, the one that ties everything together, lives so well that revenge becomes irrelevant. It's important to understand that the Stoics were never actually chasing revenge. Their ultimate goal was something they called eudaimonia, a flourishing, virtuous, deeply peaceful life. When you build a life so fulfilling, so aligned with your own values, so full of growth and purpose, that you no longer need anyone to regret losing you in order to feel whole, that is when you have truly won. You don't need to prove anything to them anymore. Your life, your peace, your growth will do all the proving for you, and that is a far more powerful outcome than any dramatic confrontation or perfectly worded message ever could be. So, now I want to hear from you in the comments below. Tell me which one of these 5 principles hit you the hardest. Was it the power of silence, the freedom of no longer explaining yourself, the transformation into someone undeniably better? The peace that comes from detachment, or the ultimate goal of living so well that revenge no longer matters? And if you're currently going through something like this right now, if someone in your life has failed to see your worth, type the words "silent growth" in the comments below. I want to see exactly how many of you are starting this journey today. If this video gave you even one piece of wisdom you needed to hear, send it to a friend who is going through something similar right now. Because sometimes the right words at the right time can completely change someone's perspective. And if you want more real, practical Stoic wisdom delivered every single week, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next video is going to take these ideas even further. Don't let someone else's absence define your peace. Let your growth define who you are. I will see you in the next one.